I get a lot of questions about how to properly care for garments. Today in this video, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to best take care of your clothing. Now, keep in mind that the quality of the fiber and the content has a lot to do with the care of the garment. Now, natural fibers like wools, cashmeres, and cottons are best if they're hand washed in a mild soap, not detergents. And FYI, Woolite is a detergent. I'm going to leave links below for some of my favorite delicate soaps that you can use on your fine washables. Now, if you really love something, never wash anything in anything other than cold temperatures. The reason is heat will kill your clothing faster than anything, and never, under any circumstance, use bleach. Bleach is really harsh on your clothing, it's bad for the environment, and it's bad for your skin. If you want to make your whites whiter, the best thing to do is to line dry them. Now, we all don't have yards with clothing lines, so in that case, instead, try either adding a half cup of lemon juice, a half cup of hydrogen peroxide, or a half cup of white vinegar to your wash. Now, hand washing is always best, but if you have a front loader with a hand wash cycle, that works just as well. The problem with top loaders is the agitator, when it spins, is going to shrink your fiber. Now, silks can also be hand washable, and the safe ones are the lighter colors. The darker colors can be problematic because sometimes they're not color fast, and what that means is if you do wash them, they might bleed. So what I do is I will take my darker colors to the dry cleaners, and those darker colors are the teals and the reds and the dark blues. But any of the lighter colors are safe to hand wash. And speaking of dry cleaning, try to avoid it. And the reason is, like bleach, it's bad for the environment and it is bad for your skin. But you have to do it sometimes. If you do it, make sure that when you get the garments home, you immediately take it out of the plastic bag. And the reason you want to take it out of the plastic bag is because moisture can collect, or worse, little critters can get in there and that have an appetite for very nice wools and cashmeres. Now, if you'd like to avoid taking some of your garments to the cleaners or washing them all together, there is a way to get out odors, which is very simple. It's vodka and water and a spray bottle. What you do is you add 1 part vodka to 2 parts water into a spray bottle, and you just spritz your garments, and that will kill the bacteria that's causing the odor. Now, the other thing you can do is you can put these garments in a plastic bag and in your freezer and leave them in there overnight. I prefer the vodka method because it's quicker and easier and just a lot simpler to do. Rayons and viscoses are pretty much the same thing, and they can be problematic. They can be problematic because the fibers are not stable. They are man-made. So the way you want to take care of them is very carefully. If they're stained or they're collecting odor around the neckline or the armpits, my suggestion is to take a mild soap and place a little bit in those areas and rinse it well with cold water and hang it to dry. When they do get really soiled, you do want to take them to the dry cleaners. You can put them in a machine, but only if you're very sure that they're not going to shrink. If you've ever taken the time to look at your care label, it can be very confusing. It's because there are so many symbols and they mean so many things, and our days are short. So I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version of what these symbols mean. The first one is this. This one means it's machine washable. Now, if there's a hand in it, it means it's hand washable. This one means indicates the temperature. Now, 1 dot is a lower temperature and more dots is a higher temperature. This one is machine wash gentle. 1 bar, not as gentle. 2 bars, very gentle. And of course, this means don't wash at all. Now, this one is for your dryer. The one with no dot in it means you can tumble dry it. And 1 dot means a lower temperature. The more dots in that circle mean the higher temperature you can use. And if it's blacked out, it means no heat, which is very confusing because why would you put something in the dryer if you can't use heat? Here are your iron symbols. Again, 1 dot lower temperature, 3 dots higher temperature, and this one at the bottom means no steam. If you want to iron your things and you have a question about it, always use a press cloth. And finally, dry clean and don't dry clean. Well, that's it for today, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button right here. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, eat well, laugh a lot, and be chic.